Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra Unit 3.4 Notes. Today we're going to be talking about writing equations of vertical and horizontal lines. Our learning target today is to be able to write the equation of vertical and horizontal lines given a graph, a point slope, or 2 points. So remember, the three types of lines we've talked about are diagonal lines, horizontal lines, and vertical lines. So a diagonal line, remember that equations can be written in this form, and that's the y equals mx plus b. Okay, so remember that m is your slope, and the b is the y-intercept, and that's the point 0, comma b. Now, our slopes, they can be two different things, okay? One slope could be, yeah, it could be positive. And when it's positive, it's rising, okay? We would say that's rise over run, okay? And the other option, it could be negative. And then when it's negative from left to right, it's falling, okay? That slope would be fall over run. All right, so an equation of a horizontal line, those are always going to be in y equals a number, okay? And when it's y equals, remember it's a horizontal line, and that's going to have a 0 slope. All right, that's right, a 0 slope. Now, vertical lines are always going to be x equals a number. And that is vertical, so remember, let's just draw pictures. Horizontal is from left to right. Vertical is up and down. And when it's up and down, our slope is undefined. Okay? So just remember, diagonal lines has a y and an x. Horizontal lines have a y. Vertical only have the x. So let's take a look. Write the slope-intercept equation, form equation of the line described if possible. So right away, this is a diagonal line. So it's going to be y equals mx plus b. Okay, so if it's a diagonal line, I need the slope and I need the y-intercept. So boom, that is the point, 0, -3. And now I need a point, another one. Yeah, this works right here. Okay, and I'm going down 2 over 1. So what that means is my slope is -2 over 1. My y-intercept is 0, -2. So that means I have y equals -2x minus 2. All right. What type of line do we have? Yeah, we have a vertical line. My slope is undefined. So where's it undefined at? X equals 1, right? Yeah, so that's our equation. It's x equals 1. And if you're like, dude, I don't know about that, test me, okay? I just picked 3 random points, okay? Let's see. One of those is 1, 2. One of those was 1, 0. And the other one was 1, -2. And the thing that they all have in common, yeah, x equals 1. All right, number 3. What type of line? Yeah, diagonal. Okay, so y equals mx plus b. I need the slope. I need the y-intercept. Okay, those are my points. Right away, I can see that the y-intercept is 0, 1. So I can come over here and write down 0, 1. But now I need the slope. Rise, which is 1, over run, which is 5. So my slope is 1/5. So y equals 1/5 x plus 1. All right, 2. From left to right, it's going from side to side. So this is a horizontal line. My slope is 0. And once again, guys, if you're having trouble figuring out what it is, just go to 2 random points. 3, 2, however many you want, doesn't matter. Okay, my first point was -3, 2, 0, 2, and 3, 2. And once again, everything was y equals 2. All right, let's go ahead and flip it over. So on the back now, we have to write the slope-intercept form of equation of the line described if possible. All right, so a line that contains the point -3, 1 and the slope 4/3. All right, so we're using, we're going to use point slope. So I know that my slope is 4/3, and then this is x, 2 negatives, so that turns to a positive, and there's my y. And then we just solve. On the left, we have y minus 1 equals, we have to distribute, so we get 4/3 x. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then to get the y by itself, we're going to add 1 to both sides. So we get y equals 4/3 x plus 5. All right, number 2. A line that passes through the point 2, 4 and has an undefined slope. Ooh, undefined slope. That means it's a vertical line. Okay, and when it's a vertical line, it's a x graph. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm stealing the x point because it's x comma y. All I need is the x, and what does x equal? Yeah, x equals 2. Boom, we're done. That's kind of cool, right? All right, number 7. A line that contains the point 5, -7 and has a slope of 0. 0, that means it's a horizontal line, and horizontal lines are a y graph. So I need the y point, and it's -7. So that means that y equals -7. All right, number 8. A slope, oh, it's not 0 undefined, so we have to do some work. Slope of -6 and contains the point 1, -4. Okay, so I have to do point slope. I know that my slope is -6. Y is -4, so that turns to a +4 and -1. So go ahead and distribute. Turns to -6x, and then -6 times -1 is a +6. And then to solve, we just subtract 4 to both sides, and we get that y equals -6x plus 2. All right, number 9. A line that passes through negative 2, 2 and 0, 5. Okay, so I don't have slope, so the first thing I need to do is find my slope. 5 minus negative 2, and on the bottom we have 0 minus negative 2. So 5 plus 2 we get 7, 0 plus 2 we get 2, so we found out that our slope is 7 over 2. So now that we know that the slope is 7 over 2, I can go into point slope, but hey, once again, it's good to know your points because 0, 5, that's my y-intercept. So I can come right back in here and say that this is 7 over 2x plus 5. Now, if you didn't know that, you're going in and doing point slope and using either one of those points, okay? All right. Number 10. Once again, the first thing that we have to do is find, we got to find the slope. So on the top, we have negative 3 minus 3, so that's negative 3 plus 3. On the bottom, we have 1 plus 5. So on the top, negative 3 plus 3 is 0. 1 plus 5 is 5, and when we reduce that, it's 0. Okay? Now, if you ever question it, please just go to your calculator and do 0 divided by 5. Okay? Seriously, because that's where some of our mistakes are. 0 divided by 5, I get a number, it's 0, so my slope is 0. Yeah, that means that this is horizontal. And if it's a horizontal line, okay, we're going to change this to red, it's horizontal, that means it's y, okay? And if I come back and I look, both of those, y is the same number. So y equals negative 3. Some of you might be able to just look and be like, hey, look, the point's the same. They both have negative 3s, so that means it's a horizontal line. Some of you won't. That's okay. All right, number 11. What do we got? Well, do you know? Come on, what are the 2 points? Oh yeah, remember we got to do slope. Okay, so on the top, we have negative 8 minus negative 1, so that turns to plus. On the bottom, I have 9 minus 9. Well, on the top, negative 7. On the bottom, 9 minus 9 is 0. And remember, if you don't know, just type it. Negative 7 divided by 0. Error. Can't do it. Okay, so that means that our slope is undefined. And when it's undefined, once again, I'm going to put that in red. Undefined, I know that it's an x graph. So what does x equal? Well, you tell me. Yep. X equals 9. Remember, we know it's undefined because the 0 was underneath. Okay, little reminder. All right, number 12, last one. Remember, when they give you 2 points, the first thing we have to do is slope. Okay, so I have 1 minus negative 4, which turns into 1 plus 4. On the bottom, we have negative 3 minus 1. So 1 plus 4 is 5. Negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. Okay, so I have an actual slope now. And they didn't give me the y-intercept. So I have to go through and figure it out. All right. I'm going to use the point 1, -4. So that turns into y plus 4 equals my slope of -5/4 x minus 1. Okay, let's go ahead and solve. Left side's easy. Y plus 4 equals, go ahead and distribute, -5/4x, and ugh, good thing I got this calculator. We got -5/4 times -1. And I don't want the decimal, guys. I want the fraction. Okay, +5/4. I like that. That's not too bad. But then we have to get the y by itself. So to get the y by itself, we have to subtract 4 to both sides. And then we get that y equals -5/4x. I'm going to take that number. I'm going to subtract 4. And it left it as a fraction for me. So wasn't that nice? So -11/4. All right, and the y is by itself, so there we go. Now, that's it for Algebra Unit 3.4 notes. If you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Your homework is 3.4 practice. All right, good luck. This is Mr. Grice signing off. Thanks for watching.